Kilo India 4, Juliet Delta Echo.
Okay, give me the first part, please.
Kilo India 4.
Kilo India 4, Juliet Denmark Echo, Roger.
Oh, Roger, Roger.
Okay, and what's the name there?
The name here is Jeff, Juliet Echo, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Roger, Jeff, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
And what radio are you running?
Icon 7300.
Okay, and give me about 10 seconds or 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system.
Okay. The antenna is 2.5 RP. The storm began as a full-size G5RD up about 25 feet. But haven't had the opportunity or the help to get it repaired, so that's what I'm going with then, and I'm running barefoot. Thank you.
All right, so you're running the 7300 with the stock hand mic, Roger? Okay, I would. We have a setup for that if you'd be interested. First thing is engage your compressor at a 3. Turn that compressor on and put it on a 3. Roger, Roger.
Okay, copy that.
Okay, then move to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And on that stock mic, what you want to do is pull it to the side of your lips and talk across it. Do not talk straightly into it. Pull it to the side of your mouth and talk across it. Speak naturally, normally, and as you speak, adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, mic gain up to 2/3 on the ALC. Copy that.
Okay, and now you might want to talk just a little bit more than that so I can see your audio to be sure that we're at the right place.
Okay, now I have not made the adjustments to compression or the ALC. I was writing this down as instructions as we go, okay?
Alrighty, so now you've got the instructions. Let's go ahead and try to do it. That compressor is right there by your fingertips. Are you familiar with the 7300?
I'm getting acquainted with it.
I see. Well, let's see. That little button there, I think, will explain it all. I think it's fairly easy to get to your compressor that way, Roger.
I'm not actually sure about compression. I've got the display on audio, but the compression I'm looking and lost.
All right, gosh. All I know is I think if you hit that button, you go through different things. I believe that's the way it is.
Well, now which button are you talking about?
I think it's upper to the right, as I recall, but towards the middle of the radio.
Ah, yes, the multifunction button, which pulls up compression, and the compression right now is showing 5.
All right, you want to move that compressor to a 3. Compression level at a 3, Roger?
Okay, now I'm trying to figure out how to get it to lodge. Oops. Trying to figure out how to select that function once I push the button.
Kind of faded out, Dave. What happened there?
I don't know how to get the compression selected. I've got it on the menu, but I don't know how to go from the current function, which is RF power, and to move it down to select compression.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I think we're better off just taking notes, and then as you become more familiar with your radio, you can apply those. So compressor on at a 3, then move to the ALC with mic gain in hand and adjust your mic gain to where your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3. Work across the mic, pull it to the side of your lips and work across it. Don't work directly into it. Roger?
I copied that, and I did figure out how to move it. I know you're up against the 1700 deadline. What's the next instruction?
Okay, so you've got your compressor at a 3?
Roger.
All right, move to your ALC meter and with mic gain in hand and adjust your mic gain to where your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, now that's going to take another little familiarization. What's the step beyond that?
That's it. I mean, the next would be EQ, but you sound pretty good. That stock microphone is hard to screw up. that stock microphone. Folks don't realize that, and the first thing you want to do is jerk that stock hand mic off and put in a desk mic, you know. But that hand mic is really nice. You'd be hard-pressed to duplicate that. It's going to cost you $250 to get a microphone to do better than that stock hand mic on the 7300, Roger.
And I would rather spend it on getting my antenna repaired.
Yeah, exactly. Or me new shirts. This one guy said, how come you're running the same 2 shirts all the time? I said, it's called budget. I have none. And I said, but you sound like you're a go-getter. You go ahead and see if you can scrounge me up some money for wardrobe, Roger.
Copy that. Tell me, what's your location? Where are you?
We're just across from Louisville, Kentucky. We're on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville.
Okay, very good. And you must be running, and your signal is magnificent here into Wilmington.
Roger, we're running a SV220 up to a no SWR resonant antenna. Roger, dipole.
Very good. Well, I appreciate the advice. I did on an earlier QSO you were having, I did understand your site, and I looked that up while I was waiting for a break, and in fact, on the one that I'm looking at, you were helping another chap with his 7300 radio setup, and I'll go to that and get any additional tips. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and that, like I said, that is a generic setup that we've come up with that is good for any radio. We can set up any radio, regardless of the manufacturer, make, or whatever. It's a very, very, to me, a very obvious setup that we can. What we want to do is come up with a 3 dB dynamic range, which is a very fat signal, but a very clean signal. Nobody, we have 50 years of experience in commercial broadcasting, so mainly on the programming side, not necessarily the engineering side, but familiar with audio and those commercial sites, AM radios running maybe 2 dB dynamic range, but some very expensive equipment to get that there without any distortion. So I thought maybe we can get ham radio to a 3 dB dynamic range with the equipment available on most radios and still keep a very clean signal. And I think we've come up with that, Roger.
Well, yeah, good. And I'm anxious to take the other step you recommended and get her cooking. Jim, thank you very much again for the help, and I will let you go and enjoy, I hope, the rest of the weekend.
Yes, sir. Well, let me say threes to you, and give us a couple of days, 48 hours to get this uploaded to YouTube, and you'll be able to go there and hear where your audio is. Now, it sounds pretty good. Might get a better signal next Friday and do some more work on the EQ. Right now, it sounds pretty good, but maybe we could improve it, with a better signal. Because I'm looking at your signal on a spectrum analyzer, and addition to the other stuff, and I can tell what your audio content is. And but when you get to noisier signals, I get noise in the spectrum analyzer, and I can't sometimes tell the difference between noise and the voice, because when they both get down there together, the spectrum analyzer is reading content, and if there's a lot of noise, it'll show that. So maybe next Friday we get a better RF signal, hotter signal, and I can see you more clearly. Roger?
Terrific. I'll plan to check in with you.
Yes, sir. Well, threes to you there, Jeff. Appreciate the drop by, and like I say, if you get a chance, see you next Friday. And in the meantime, we'll probably get this uploaded within 48 hours, so you'll be able to, check that out. Roger?
I'll take a look at it. Thanks again, and stay tuned. Qso-Vlog, I'll be clear.
Roger, Roger, Jeff, 3Z-Way, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. And, my gosh, we've been here so long, we turned into a jack-o'-lantern instead of a pumpkin. Terrible. So we got to get out of here, but we've enjoyed it. So threes to everyone, and thanks for participating. And again, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page. On that page, we're running now 1,270 some odd recorded QSOs, but if you participated, you'll be looking for one in specific called My Group AIRCHECK 82820. The numbers are referenced to today's date. My Group AIRCHECK 82820. And with that, we'll say threes all, and we will be returning this frequency back to normal amateur use. This is KC9VKV Clear.